Okay, and the camera is rolling. I believe with all the stories that have happened so far, we are now in July. Half a year has already gone by for 27X. People have been just kind of watching the world go to shit, honestly. A lot of things have happened. There was an incident involving a landfill. A couple of bad murder streaks for a while. Things heating up with the local mafia. A break into a rehabilitation facility involving a flashing light that at least half the city saw. It's been pretty clear to most people that things are not quite going the way of the world, that the people running the world originally intended, and actions have been starting to be taken more and more to prevent these kinds of actions. But then there's the one character in this group that probably doesn't want to get involved with any of us, I'd say. And that character is George. T, is there anything you want to explain about your character before we start?
George Gawkin is simple man. He resides without home, does what he can doing all the job. It's very easy stuff, annoyingly unfair. But he has very bad streak of luck. But he do enjoy the drink every once in a while. Maybe too much for own good. Still.
It's pretty simple.
Not too complicated. No need to be.
In terms of George and what his plot currently is, he's been a little bit more angry than he usually has, as one day some random thugs decided it'd be fun to take his bag of items, which he doesn't really have a lot, to be fair. The only mistake that they will shortly come to realize is that there is something that really shouldn't have been touched in that bag. As we are actually going to go to the two people in question. They met up in a basketball alley and are just currently rummaging for the stuff. God fucking damn it. I knew we took it on the wrong person. This fucker barely got anything on him. No gold, no jewelry. God, this guy's left was sad. What do you fuck think this thing is? As he pulls out the small item and just starts bringing it. Probably nothing. I need to know, is your character ever silent about the way he does things?
Only if things get personal. And this is very personal. He not take any action lightly. He strike fast, he strike loud.
Okay, real stealth. Mm. Okay. Their attention is immediately caught as they hear a sound, and they both turn to face the noise, but they can't actually see where it's coming from. But they know that someone is definitely there, as they both pull out their pistols. You definitely heard that too, right? Hmm. I think I'm gonna go check it out. So he goes into the corner, trying to see what the noise was, but he does not see you sneaking up on him. You have advantage.
Advantage.
Oh!
He will grab man and slam head into wall. Oh, this is damage, if need be.
Mm-hmm. I don't even know how to respond to that. That's not a hell of a fucking first grab. Uh, okay, I can do it like this. Fair enough. As he uh, eats shit, basically, and his head is like shoved into the wall. Um, you can see that you broke off the glasses, and under the eyes is something that you do not see as human. Robotic red eyes just staring at you with an evil glare.
Do I have chance to pummel further?
Since you caught him off guard, yeah. That unfortunately does miss. He's going to attempt to pick you up and throw you out into the spotlight so that you're not being trying to able to hide. Um. Okay, he couldn't grab you.
Ah, you blunder your book.
Yeah, that does it. Okay. What the fuck do you think you're doing? You didn't take out fucking one of Montello's men with just your fists. You got a lot of nerve coming here.
Yeah. You do it all wrong, Sprusjaro Kurvar. Although you are Simeon Nirvisroda.
What the fuck are you even saying?
He'll shake his head. Dabba, you not know who you mess with.
Right. Another one of them fuckers can't bother to learn common correctly. Alright, let's see if this gets us shut up. And he's going to pull out his firearm.
You'll both miss.
It wasn't two attacks. He rolled with disadvantage because you are closing the distance too quickly for him to actually make a shot.
Oh. Ha ha ha. What?
Hey, dude, everything all right back there? Yeah, a little bit of a problem. Just grab the stuff and go.
Huh?
Okay. And you see the blue one begin to run off.
You will come to regret that. Dabba, you. I have planned for you. More pain.
You can go, by the way, if you want. Okay. Yeah. These guys do have a lot of HP, so keep that in mind.
It matters not much to me. I still take you down unknowingly if it.
Yeah, he's not shooting well with that gun.
Is there any nearby pieces of items? Things to use to smack around with.
Oh yeah, take your pick. Broken chairs, lead pipes. This place is pretty run down and broken.
I will go with lead pipe. What I roll for that?
In terms of damage,
Ah,
I'd probably say that you're looking at just add a mace to your inventory. I would say quarterstaff, but this is literally metallic. You're bopping heads with it. That does it. Good damage, good damage. Fucking hell. You are going to pay.
I will not kill you. You hold information dear to me.
You will be taking that information to the fucking grave.
That is what you think.
You see his arm just kind of extend out with a metallic blade on the sharp end as he goes to slice you with it.
Ah,
Okay. Eight damage.
When does that thing trigger, by the way? Every other hit?
I will go back through my notes on that. Every other hit. You did put that it as that.
Okay. You hit like little poop sick. Ha!
Let me see the AC.
Half damage?
Nope. I just do full damage. 7. Okay. Six more damage to you. And you can roll your saving throw. Alright, you're good. That one will miss. Nine and 3. Well, 9 damage.
Dwarves.
Oh shit.
You will come to regret this. Then she will know.
Double damage. You can tell you're pretty beaten up actually, but at the same time, you 100% know he's doing worse than you are. You fucking asshole. Opportunity attack.
Oh. You are very simian need with the roller. What?
And then it's your turn. So you get that another attack. Which does hit. Okay.
I
You
would
can-
even say needs via Toyota.
You can tell he's one hit from keeling over. As he's going to go for a desperate shot with his gun. Which actually hits. Ah, jeez, I got a headache. Good thing I put him down just like the rest of these fuckers. Now, where am I? Man, go.
He seems pretty bad. Shame we didn't get here sooner.
Yeah. Yeah, that's my regret. I'm not exactly
ashamed of that. My point still stands. Can you heal him up?
I suppose. I'm assuming you don't want us to be seen when he wakes up, though.
Glad you're caught up on the plan. You heal for 16.
Oh. It'll be just. Oh. He will groggily stand up and lean up against the wall, heavily breathing.
You can roll Arcana. Arcana and Medicine. As you're just kind of breathing, just figuring out how you're holding up.
It's been done the 18, damn it. Blood.
Well, there's blood. Definitely. You're bleeding very heavily. You're not entirely sure what happened, but it's clear that someone came by because you were listening to what happened, and they came by and healed you. You still got a nasty gunshot wound, and there's a couple of those more nasty scratches, but it's enough that keeps your body up. It definitely ain't no cure wounds or anything that you may have heard of in terms of regular magic, though.
Oh. I need to find W's. Yeah. He will take lead pipe and slowly walk over. Yeah, let us go over here. Yeah.
Survival. Oh, jeez. For reference, George is a shifter. This is pretty well established. You got that good smell, you know. You got the good sniffer. So when it comes to picking up a trail, it can be pretty easy for you sometimes. Especially when you leave one of the men heavily bleeding as well. You do not know where the blue man went, but the red one clearly left a trail, trying to get away from you in a hurry. And you are going to be easily able to follow that trail. And where there's a red guy, he should be meeting up with the blue one.
Oh, W. Little baby man. Hurt too badly? Too bad. He will move as swiftly as possible, silently as well, to remain hidden.
Roll me perception, investigation, and stealth. You have advantage on all of them because you nat 20 is your tracking check.
Then here is stealth one more time. Psycho blood!
Yeah, you're not very silent about it. Perception's alright. Investigation's decent. I'd say with your high perception, you are aware that they know you're coming, as they are trying to lead you in different circles and loops to try to throw you off, but you are keeping very well on their tail. As we're going to go...
You played too much.
Eventually, they tried to get out of the alleyway that they are currently residing in. I would probably take a step back if I were you, old man. I admit, you're pretty decent. You took on one of us, but ain't no way you're beating two of us in a fight.
He bled too much, he too weakened. All I need is one thing. I cannot find anything else. You're still wrong, small item.
What the fuck are you talking about?
He will take step forward. Give me Bob 6 bell. I not ask again. It keep me very sane.
I'm sorry. Is that a threat? Are you threatening?
Duh.
Yeah. Montello's men don't do kindly to threats. You watch as he picks up the bell and shows it to you, and then proceeds to just throw it straight into traffic.
What? I presume traffic this way?
Yeah, to the right.
We run immediately into attempting to get it. What must I roll to attain Bell?
It's a pretty high perception, as you are trying to do it while there are cars running. And then a dexterity check to grab it.
Yes.
You do not grab it. I will need a dex save. You do have advantage. Okay.
Oh.
The first roll was good enough. You go to where it was, and as you go to pick it up, a car immediately passes by, which sweeps it up to who knows where, and then you immediately have to back out of the street in order to not get hit by a car yourself.
I will find it. Investigation or perception?
You can roll either. But you can see that the men are currently training their guns on you, ready to go for their kill. Yeah, you look around to try to find it, and it's gone. Not even... The cars are too loud, and everything is too bright for you to see the little bell or the sound that it would make.
Do you mind if I roll that particular con save with disadvantage?
Acceptable.
Yeah.
Oh, is dog gonna go rabid? Oh well, I'm sure no one will miss a person like this.
if you not already know, he take entire turn to do that.
Okay, we're gonna roll this.
Let us see. Let me make sure it's or not. It hit.
Yeah, I know it hit. But it wasn't hitting you. You can roll perception with disadvantage if you, in the off chance you see this. I know that your character's a bit preoccupied, but you're clearly angry. Yeah, no. As you go to shape change, the men go to fire on you. When suddenly screaming can be heard from one of them as he is no longer breathing. Really, Montels? You're picking on an old man? That's fucking low even for you. Yeah, and who the fuck do you think you are? Someone who really is pissed off at you. It is now your turn.
As we discussed before, he would be taking entire turn to shift. Unless he's already shifted, then he is going to be Steel Rage.
Sounds good.
This is both main race trait shifting and rage shifting too. Both of them at the same time.
Yep. You are all good.
So, is he shifted by now, or is it?
Yeah. Yes. He has shifted by now.
Oh, okay.
So you're free to take your turn. Yeah. Do I have any?
I must roll 1d6 for temporary HP because that is from shifter.
We'll consider that your rage.
Yeah. Let's see here.
Free temp HP. Because Azeroth is on the other side, you have advantage on your attacks.
He's going to bite.
No shit. Yeah, you been.
Remember, that is 10 plus 6, so it is 16. It doubled up. It both got 10.
Yeah, 16 still hits.
Okay. He will regain 2 HP because of a form of beast bite. I don't know why I did not update on Roll20, but he is currently at 18 HP. Oh, the bar does not update, but still.
It says 18 for me.
Maybe I need to refresh page. Either way.
Ironically enough, you were right at the HP threshold where you could regain HP because you have to be at less than half to regain. It's pretty funny actually.
Yes. And I got no more HP from this.
Okay. Is going to be Azeroth's turn, who's going to do his main action and bonus action to 2-weapon fighting with his attack. 21 to hit, and then his second attack. Yeah, he hits. So that's 14 damage. This guy, clearly not wanting to deal with either of you, is going to... He's going to do the similar hand thing with that the other guy did, but he's going to make 2 of them. Lashing out first at George, and then at Azzy. Oh, well, shit.
Little man hits George, but not Azeroth.
Yeah. You can tell that Azeroth has dealt with these kind of people before, as he literally grabs the arm that is trying to stab him and just fucking drills his elbow into the elbow of the other guy. You also get an opportunity attack if you wish. In terms of your damage taken, it's 1d6 plus 3. That attack will miss, but you take 8 damage, reduced to 4 because you're raging. It is now your turn.
I presume I still have form of beast claws I can use. I have access to all 3, collect?
I'm going to check that out real quick because I'm not very versed in Beast Barbarian. It says here that it is only 1 weapon and you choose the weapon when you rage.
So then it would have been bite. Got it.
Yep.
Advantage because flanking.
Very nice, that hits. Five damage.
And then he is, because he's at 17 HP, he procs the additional 2 from bite.
Yes, he does. On Azeroth's turn, you see his eyes start to glow a pretty nasty, like, yellow. Like, it's a golden, like, gold that you're not quite familiar with. Kind of, you might be. Roll religion.
I'll do so at disadvantage because he's in beast form and he's not meant to remember a whole lot from this.
Nah. You feel like you're on the cusp of something, but you're also too angry. But in terms of what he did cast, it's Hex. Okay, heaven and hell. Yeah, that does damage. For those of you who have not gathered what Azeroth does in terms of how he fights, heaven and hell are basically 2 different gauntlets that he wears on his hands that he uses to beat the shit out of people with. Comes in handy, does a lot of good shit. It is now your turn. Or not, wait, it's the enemy's turn. Shit.
Enemy's turn.
He's going to try stabby. 14 against you, 10 against Azzy.
He's still hit.
Okay. 6 damage reduced to 3. He is not having a good time against you. Every time he hits you, you just bite him and just take all the HP back. It is now your turn. Is that just a normal hit? Yep, that's just a normal hit. Okay. 8 damage. Fuck. Yep, sounds good. Azeroth's going to take his attacks now. Okay, so 8. 16 does hit on that end. Seven damage plus 6. 15. And one more. Oh, I've been playing Azeroth wrong this whole time. I forgot that it's 2-weapon. I'm gonna need a custom action where he doesn't get his pluses on his bludgeoning damage, but that's fine. How many times has he done his 2-weapon fighting?
I believe this is second time.
There's his first.
And then second turn, wasn't it the Hex, correct?
Third turn was Hex. And then he had... Oh wait, no, see, it was second turn. He had an opportunity attack. So I will add back 3 HP then. There we go. Keeping that in mind for the future, and I'm just gonna roll damage. I'm just gonna roll it as a D8. And add the D6 as well, since Hex. 13. Okay. Okay, he's going to take more swings. 13 and 7. He cannot hit.
My AC.
Fair enough. He cannot hit the demon boy for some reason. Damage. You take 3 damage. I just imagine Trent's just like, oh boy, more chances to heal. Nom.
Nom nom.
Alright, that hits. I forgot about something as well.
What?
Rage damage. So, yeah, you can have that one.
The beast will then roar as he begins to maul the corpse.
No, son of...
He is not transforming back unless he's forced.
He's going to just calmly move around you, just as he looks off into the road. As you hear a familiar voice from earlier.
Hi there, Azeroth. I trust everything went okay.
Yeah, it went pretty decent. Hey, did you find that item?
One small trinket, yes. Coming right up.
If there's anyone nearby, you would attack the closest person because he is currently feral. Just so you know.
You finish with the boy and immediately go to attack. But when you go towards Azeroth just holds his hand up, and in his hand you can see a small bell, which he rings.
The beast then stops, roars up to the sky, and it begins to shake. Sounds more solemn. as he then, still in beast form, calmly, still very much shaking, takes the bell with his mouth. But at this point, he's already begun to revert back, slowly. Goes and lays down over here as he begins to transform back.
That's better. I don't want to be hurting you now, but...
And for reference, George will not be conscious, we'll say. At least for a little bit.
Azeroth's going to, while you are unconscious, just kind of pick you up and take you over to these chairs to sit. How's his readings, Milo?
Definitely was aware. He survived multiple gunshots, a couple of stab wounds. I'm sure he'll live.
Right. Prepare a healing spell then. We can help keep him in good condition.
Oh. Too much. My heart. His eyes will flutter open, and he looks around. It'll be yet. As with the hand that is, right, with one hand he'll take the bell out of his mouth and hold it up against, with a closed fist, up against his forehead. I'm just going to do a casual con save, don't mind me.
You can tell as you hold the bell that it is very much, like, he didn't try to deceive you or anything. This is 100% your bell.
I figured so, which is why he would have. The bow would have had a unique ring to it, which would have been enough to take the beast back. Oh. Thank you.
Don't mention that. Listen, if I'm correct, your name is George, right?
Oh.
Nice to meet you. My name is Azeroth.
What did you say?
We've been, well, me and my partner, we've been looking for you for some time now.
You will look over to his partner.
Small little robot hovering.
Oh. He'll then slowly shake his head. Why?
Mutual interest, I guess. I've been looking for some people to help me out with a objective that I have. And I've seen the way that you do things and felt that you could be helpful. This isn't a one-sided deal, though. You would be compensated for it heavily.
Hmm? How so?
Just some basics. Food, a place that can get you a roof on over your head. We're also very good at gathering information. You can figure out anything you want.
So.
It takes a while, but I got a pretty decent operation going.
He will then look over at the mauled corpse. Ugh. You have alcohol.
I don't.
There's-
I can take you somewhere that does. If you're willing to come with me, that is.
I not have any money. It is quite a block.
No, don't you worry about it. I know the person who works there. She can get you some some good drinks.
I'll go take care of beast for me. When Bell not enough.
You seem a bit weakened still. If you're willing to come with me, just I can take you to get something to drink. As he extends his hand to you.
He will then pocket Bell, then extend his left hand in order to take it. His breathing is still shaken. I will roll another con save to see. He is doing much better. But his legs are weakened. Clearly his resolve is not as good. Oh. Niet partson.
So, not going too fast, mind you, he kind of flies off with you. Just kind of... He basically slumps you onto his back and just flies up. As you take quick trip to the asteroid belt.
It's a piece, yes, as he just flies up. Not accustomed to flying. Oh.
Yeah.
If it isn't
Oh.
my favorite customer.
Oh, W. You'll give me a warning next time. Duh.
I thought the wings on my back were pretty obvious how I get around.
No.
Yeah, you're right.
Wow.
I would have done my motorcycle, but my motorcycle was already here. Anyways, come on. Grab a seat.
Uh,
Well, welcome to the asteroid belt. How can I help you today?
He needs alcohol. It's on my tab tonight.
Woo, on your tab. Well, if you insist. Don't bleed him too dry.
I need to ease mind and heart.
As she whips up a little something. And hands it back.
Alright, here you go.
The moment that George gets access to alcohol, he will dump it as swiftly as possible.
Yeesh, where'd you find him?
Oh.
Well, if you want to know the real answer, I found him in a back alley.
Makes sense.
He would be
Alcohol
very
faster than I do.
unkempt and not good for customer base.
Well,
George here is he's a barbarian.
a barbarian. Isn't that kind of rude to call someone?
No, I mean literally. People in Satellite have a trait in which they can generate a drug inside of their body, causing them to go a bit feral. Most people can usually gain access to it by using augmentations, though he doesn't seem to have any of his own. Most likely mean that the genetic drug is in his system to begin with.
Wow. That's wild. Here's another round, by the way.
Yeah, I'm not drinking tonight. Designated driver, you know.
I'll take it.
Alright.
Give
Well,
me
then
the
I guess
take
that's 2 to you.
How much would you say that he understands all of that nonsense that I just spoke?
Uh, intelligence save?
Nah. 14. Unless you want me to lead roll.
14's fine. From that jargon, you basically picked up, yeah, you have a drug. You've known this for a while. Big whoop.
So that's why you want me on team, hmm? For drug.
Not quite. You're not exactly the... You're very deceptive about how you are, actually. Weirdly enough, out of the two barbarians I've met this in short succession, you both seem quite intelligent. You have a series of skills that I find being useful. Just give me one of your burgers. You're pretty decent at them.
Here, just look over the menu. Tell me what you want.
I find it hard to believe, D'Artagnan, which you've seen firsthand what happened to me.
Yeah. I've seen you quite a while, actually. Like I said, I've been watching you since the start of this year. I've been trying to collect people to join this group. Sometimes you rage, you get angry, you transform. A small little bell rings, and then you go and hide until it all washes over.
You do not think it risky. I am very much loose cannon.
I wouldn't exactly say the people I've collected are exactly the most sane. One person claims he's from 2,000 years in the past. One of them is currently a dead body sitting in some rabbit girl's apartment. I've been making friends with a random monkey who likes hitting people in the crotch with nunchucks. And then there's her.
What?
He points to the goblin.
Ah, too poor.
She waves back.
You can make a survival check with your tools. See how good the food is. Okay, decent food.
Oops, it still said no.
You're good.
Alright. Here you go. Here's your burger. Get a chance to look over that menu?
Ugh. All I need is alcohol. I have plenty of to eat before.
Alright.
So how I fit in all this?
Well, let's just say, similar to the other people I've met, you became personal interest.
From my perspective, in this, I am very much needs via Dayoka. Especially in society. As he turns back to his glass.
Lila, are you able to pick up on any of that?
Do I look like some kind of translator? may be able to sense people's emotional states, but when someone is inherently a Russian man, he's going to think in Russian.
Your robot's not happening, by the way.
How's my robot
It's
not
not
happening?
It has not been happening for a while. Did you change your Discord into your mic instead of voice mode again?
You have to change the source.
It appears I did forget to change it.
There it is.
That is fine though, because by that logic, it will still show up in the recording because the recording uses voice mod.
Fair enough.
He then looks over at Horned Man. Тебе перевездорода. You have much. I almost envy you.
Please. As nice as all this stuff is, I unfortunately... I just can't accept the way life is now. It's criminal. Scum, even. I want this place to be better. I know it sounds ridiculous to think that I could change the entire world, but... I have plans. Things I need to set in motion. But I'm confident if anyone could do it, it'd be me. As long as I have the right group.
Oh. You want me part of this right group, duh?
Correct.
He will then slowly take out the bell with one hand.
She plunks another beer down for him as she goes to other customers.
He then looks intently at the bell in hand, closes eyes, and rings it once. Taking a deep breath. You said you hold lots of knowledge, correct?
That is correct.
Do you have knowledge on how to kill beast from inside? As he then, with other hand, takes beer and swiftly drinks it down. At this point, I'm going to roll con save for that.
Okay. You're passed. The world is definitely aware of people who suffer from an auto-distillery issue that causes them to mass-produce the drug. It takes a lot of expensive research and medical professionals, but technically speaking, there are ways to suppress it in this world.
I am not talking about suppress. I am talking about kill. I want the beast gone.
I will admit that is a very tall order. Though, I don't think it's impossible.
That would be pretty insane to try to cure, though. It's like the modern day equivalent of trying to cure cancer. Every time you think you got it, a new problem will just arise.
I will do anything if it means beast inside is dead.
Understood.
He will then extend out a hand with bell in it for handshake. For reference, bell is Not just on stick. It is around this leather wrap like thing. Something that you can easily hold within your hand, but it would hang.
You see him, as a sign of respect, just kind of remove one of his gauntlets as he goes to shake the hand.
Do not worry. I do not walk through Starokovar. I remain loyal provided that you keep your end of deal.
I'll be sure to start investigating with some of my team on the way to suppress that rage of yours. But in terms of the other ends, yeah, money, a place to live is definitely not too hard to accomplish.
I not need much.
I imagine so. Is there anything you want to know about the men you attacked today, by the way?
I suppose something savory to get out flesh, taste of flesh. That is, I did not like that taste.
The people
I
you...
believe you call it palate cleanser. I need that.
Oh. Hey, Susie.
Here's your beer.
Make my men some good food. Stop being juicy, that leaves a lingering taste in your mouth.
Juicy, leaves a lingering taste. You sure you're not just talking about another burger?
Maybe just try a steak.
Not what it is.
Steak? Do we have that? Oh, sure enough we do. Just nobody orders it. How you like it, hun?
Oh, it's good enough. I soon forget about the last encounter.
I mean, like, rare, medium rare, well done, burnt, like...
Juicy.
Just go just go until you think it's cooked enough.
Sounds good.
It's clear that it's Susie's first time cooking a steak.
How many times you gotta flip it?
I don't think you're supposed to flip it that much.
So, what's your history?
You want to know more about me?
Ah,
Oh, you know. I was assigned to a special group of people trying to make sure that crime never went too bad. My group was known as Peacekeepers. That being said, it kind of fell short, and the people I once fought were my friends ended up turning against the system that they tried to protect.
in their eyes, you must be Simeon Nidvizoruda. Huh.
Yeah. Long story short, about a few years ago, I fled to this sector. Just so I can lay low and play my part here. Never wanted to really do too much. I think it was about 2 years ago where that changed.
Oh, yes.
I'm sure that sounds familiar to you.
Ugh.
Was randomly doing one of my patrols for the city. Sounded like a break-in was happening.
Yet. Stop.
I see. I'm sure you see my point now, and why I specifically wanted to talk to you.
Alright. It's,
His fists are shaking. Eyes are closed firmly tight. Trying to forget it at night, but it is clear.
well, it's a touch over, but I was able to save it from being burnt.
You
I
did a
need
good job.
more beer. As he
More
begins
beer.
digging into food.
More beer. Got it. Here you go. You know, if you want the hard stuff, you can always just ask.
I wish to block out memory. You have that, da?
Well, it's the most expensive stuff we got, so as it, if you're comfortable hitting the bill, I can
Yeah.
try to give him my experiments.
It's fine.
Alright.
You can hear her just fumbling around in the back before she takes out what can only be described as a hodgepodge of a wine bottle. That's looked like it's seen better days.
Alright, so this was in the back. Don't know how old it is. But here.
As she passes him the entire bottle.
You will then look over at Azeroth, take one of his glasses, and pour a small amount, swirl it around with a measured look. He will then put it down, pass it over to Azeroth, and then start chugging bottle.
Yeah, it is a very high proof old wine. So it's had a lot of time to ferment.
You can make a con save with disadvantage, yeah. Oh yeah, you finally feel that edge start to finally kick off.
Is it fully finished, or is there any left?
It's an entire bottle, so like, have you seen how big a wine bottle is?
Well, yes, but this man drinks a lot. He'll
Yeah.
be going until he feels the end.
That's fair.
Considering you rolled a 3, I'd say you got about 3/4 of the bottle done.
Oh. He will then begin muttering gibberish to himself in Russian. His eyes are glazed over as he leans back. I'm going to roll wisdom save with disadvantage.
Okay.
That was 9. You can tell that he mostly forgot it, but there is still some inkling behind in the back of his eyes. Some pain. Oh. Hmm. Oh, bullsick. Oi! Chavak! I think I found here. Duh.
Okay, I think he's gone full Russian.
On average, how often does Susie have to deal with a problematic customer?
Probably like twice a week.
Was there any today?
Besides George, not really.
That's good. We'll call that day a win. Considering that he's not exactly being a problem customer, he's actually being the highest, by proxy, the highest paying customer in there. And all he is just being a drunken stupor.
Between his drunken and incoherent rambling, you hear some words of Russian. Annoying affair. He
Excuse me?
is no longer speaking in English at all. It is just pure Russian. The best language on continent, yeah.
I'm sorry, do you understand anything he's saying?
It's a form of language that's considered dead at this point, known as Russian. I can tell that's the language he's speaking, but I do not understand any of the specific words. Though, from what I've known to this day, Lila has told me that the best way to learn Russian is to start picking up, I believe you said Sylvan? I don't know anyone who has that experience, though.
Шоколадья, лапитьба. Oh.
Yeah, even though I know my own tongue, that's something else.
I think part of it's a bit slurred. He is drunk.
Не парисьон.
Well, I took care of all the customers so far. Just gotta wait for new ones to show up.
What?
So that means I can talk to you a little bit if you so want.
Since the place is kind of cleared right now, I guess I can't hurt to bring it up. Rachel's been hounding me about this, even though I've personally been against it. It's pretty clear that you've gone in pretty deep with everything that's been going on in terms of my group, Susie. What with handling all that stuff with Garrus and the fact that this place has been attacked a few times by that damn family.
Nikaraki. As he goes to reach for a bottle again.
Well, you already paid for the bottle, so it's out of my hands. Just know that, well, open carry is still a law. So you can't exactly bring that out of here.
Was he finished bottle?
Oh yeah.
Ich will zwei. More chocolate.
Chocolate? What is he saying?
Let's just hope it's something nice.
Well,
She gets up on the counter, just to have a place to sit. And she looks at them from the side.
But yeah, Susie.
mm-hmm.
When it comes to my little group, I call it Ascension, right?
Ascension? That's a fancy word.
To be fair, Lila came up with that, not me. It's gonna take a while, but people like Garrus and the man who saved you, Nomad, I want to start recruiting them more and help them clean out some of the people who are kind of scummy in this city.
Well, the device that Rage cooked up has been helping me with anyone trying to get a little too close. What'd you call it? Something spray.
It's pepper spray.
Pepper spray, there it is. I knew it was a seasoning.
It's a cocktail. George. He will then stumbly try and get up. What, deck save just to even move because he's still drunk, right?
Sure.
He stumbles out of the chair.
I'll take the Delta tablet.
As she kicks a drawer that's underneath the counter to open it, and gets a cup of water and a seltzer tablet.
We try and stand up and monitor the lack of balance at advantage. It's the same thing as dexterity save.
Fair enough.
What is the knee parts here? Oh. Oh.
He's flopping like a flounder.
Yeah.
Can you hand this to him? Might help him.
Sure. But, like I was saying, I didn't want you to be a part of the group. You're kind of in too deep, and I don't want you to get hurt because people think that you're associating with something you're not. So, in terms of pushing you away or just having you join, I'd rather you actually just hang around, you know?
That's not fair, is it?
What do you mean?
Look, you saved me. And so, I'm gonna help you whether you want to or not.
I suppose that's fair. You really think you're good with just fighting, and more specifically, I know how you get when it comes to actually killing people.
Look, the altercation here, well, that just kinda kick-started a feeling that there are some people that just shouldn't see the light of day anymore.
As if we even had that light to begin with. Only light people know in this city is fucking Neon at this point. As he is slowly feeding the drink to, like George.
It's just it's a seltzer water mixture with a touch of salt, just trying to alleviate you enough that you can actually like get up.
Would I roll a con save with disadvantage then?
Sure. And I think he's passed out.
Oh. Well, time to drag him to the drunk booth.
I'll take care of him tonight.
Thank you, hon. Also, just I'm sorry that wine was actually pretty damn expensive. I wasn't lying.
I'm sure it'll be fun. Damn. You can cover this one, right, Lila?
I do not have hands or money.
It's out of my hands.
Figures. He pays for it, but it's very clear that it is not something he expected to pay that much for.
Yeah. I did comp about half the price of the steak. Because, well, it wasn't cooked to his specification. That was on my error. I'm sure the boss won't mind, since we finally was able to find someone to buy that wine. Most people just prefer the cheap stuff out here.
What do you think, Susie? You think we can actually get this man to help us?
Considering how he just gulped down that wine bottle, you could probably tie one to the end of a fishing pole and still reel him in.
Yeah. He doesn't need alcohol, though. He needs help. Kind of reminds me of someone I knew a few years ago.
Oh, really? And who might that be?
Some party loudmouth who really likes sticking her nose in business. Alright.
Oh, darn. Someone spilled their drink.
I'll talk to you later, Susie.
See you at the house.
As she goes back to working with the customers.
In terms of George is taken here. A small desert area on the outskirts of the towns for people who can't actually afford enough to live. He is taken by Azeroth. He's given a place to stay and a couple of messages to read in the morning. Simple things, just updating him on what happened last night and where he is now. He says that he'll be in contact again with you in some time.
Oh. I'm rolling history with disadvantage to see what he caught before he passed out.
Not a damn thing.
Oh my god! He heard that! Just the fucking... Oh no! Don't worry, T. Don't worry, T. I also rolled like shit my first mission.
Let's go for 4.
I swear to God, if you roll a 4, it's nat 1. Like, nat 1. What would you even roll at this point?
Oh god!
Yeah, double.
Hi, double 17.
Okay. That being said, this will be the end of George's session. We will hear back from him in quote-unquote 3 months for October. Unless he makes an appearance with one of the other sessions. Which is probably not happening. That being said, team, George is good. I like George. He's a nice man.
Ja, so presosko. Oh, yeah. My head.
I hope you enjoyed the session. And, Corey, glad we can always have you around that Susie.
Glad to be here.
Next
It was a very good session. I'm glad I could flex my Russian knowledge.
Next session's actually going to be soon, so we'll be seeing the Monkey Man again very shortly.
I will say now, by the way, that I